So there he was coming down the mountain. And it says that a leper met him. And the leper fell down on his knees and said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." And one of the synoptics says this, that Jesus was indignant. So it's almost like Jesus was like, of course I will do this. And then he says, I am willing. I am willing. Now be clean. I love the next phrase. This is probably one of my favorite phrases in the Bible. It says, immediately. Type that in the chat for me. Just say immediately. Immediately he was made clean. Listen, I don't know what you're up against, but leprosy in the Bible to me represents so many things that you and I struggle with. From anxiety, from addiction to depression to, the list goes on and on and on and on. But the Lord is willing. That's what I love about this. The Lord is willing. Type that over in the comments for me. Say, the Lord is willing. He's willing to heal you. He's willing to free you. He's willing to meet you where you are at. And I know, like, these trials that keep coming up against you are making you question your faith at times. And I know that at times it feels like, can you even keep going? But here's your confirmation right here, right now. You have got to keep going. Think about the story of Job. The Lord actually told Satan to test Job. He told him to test Job because he knew that his faith would outlast anything Satan threw at him. So I can only think that your faith is being tested in the same way. So I need you to keep going. And I need you to meditate on this today, that the Lord is willing. The Lord is willing to heal you. The Lord is willing to meet you in your situation. The Lord is willing. But what you've got to make sure, do not turn your back. Do not turn your back on the God of the universe. Do not turn your back on the one that can save you. Because the enemy is going to try his hardest to get you to turn your back on God. Therefore, you forfeit the blessing. Do not forfeit the blessing, please. It's just so deep in my spirit this morning that somebody's faith is being tried. Somebody's faith is being tested. Somebody is being put through the ringer, but not as a punishment. It's because your faith is so beautiful. The force started digging through the roof and lowered this man down into the room. But Jesus made it a point to say that it was the faith of the four. It was their faith that did it. It's your faith that the enemy's after. It's your faith that is being tried right now. It says, let us not get tired of doing good. Let us not get tired of doing good. At just the right time, you will reap a harvest. So don't let this testing period and don't let this season squeeze the faith out of you. Don't let this season make you into a robot of the enemy's doing. Don't be a puppet for the enemy any longer. Let today be the day that you say, you know what? No, I'm going to praise God through this season. I'm going to understand that it is something that is after my faith, that the enemy hates my faith. So listen, soldier, warrior, stand up. Dust the dirt off your shoulder. If you need to rest, if you need to take a seat for a second to get your breath, that's okay. That's okay. But I need you to keep fighting. I need you to keep going. I need you to look the enemy square dead in the face and say this right here: the Lord is willing. And he will set you free. He will strengthen you. He will give you your heart's desire. And that brings up another point. What are you meditating on? What's so deep in your heart that it's trying to pull you away? James 1:14 says this, that it is our own evil desires that entice us and draw us away. So maybe God is allowing some of this stuff to happen to pull those evil desires up out of you. Because where we're going, where we're headed, that can't come with you. Where we are going, it can't come with you. So let God do what he does best. Heal, set free, and try. Listen, I love you so much. If this spoke to you at all, smash that like button and follow me if you're not already. And stay tuned for more.